This is the era of business intelligence analytics, and Power BI is leading that. You want to learn Power BI? This is the channel for you. Beginner series 200 plus videos, advanced series 100 plus videos, and if you are absolute beginner, don't know anything in Power BI, then start with 4 live videos. Subscribe to the channel. Hello and welcome to another video on beginner tutorial series, and in today's video we are going to discuss 3 Power Query functions, and those functions are basically table dot has columns, table dot duplicate column, and table dot prefix columns. So let's understand. Let's start from table dot duplicate column. So what does this function do? This function takes table dot duplicate column functions, takes table as an argument. Second argument is column name as a text and new column name as a text, and optional there is a column type which you can give. So duplicate the column name of the table, and the value of the type of the new column are copied to the from the column to column name. So basically what happens, if let's say you have a table like this one, you have a column A and you want to copy it, then you will get a new column which is copied column. Very simple. You would have done this by using the menu option duplicate column. Today we will see how can we do it ourselves. Same is prefix columns. Now what it does is returns a table with all the column names from a table provided a prefix with the given text prefix. So you can prefix the with something basically. So you give a table and prefix as an argument, you get another table, and that table will have a prefix whatever you have specified here. And you might have seen these kind of stuff when we merge, actually you might have seen table prefixes. So that is very similar to operation where which happens. Now today we are going to do an operation where we are going to prefix the column name with something. Now maybe you are merging two tables and then you don't want to have the duplicate column names, then prefix can help you out. Then you have a table dot has column. That table dot has column can tell you whether the table contain that particular column or not. So two argument it is going to take. One argument is table, second is columns, which is the column name as columns as any, and it is going to tell you table has columns. So does the table has the columns or not? So these are the three functions which we are going to do today. So let's jump onto the Power BI, and in Power BI we would like to go to Power Query, and to go to Power Query we need to go to the home tab, transform data, transform data. Now this will open Power Query, and once Power Query is open, then we will start our operations. So what we are going to do is we will first try duplicate column. So first let me tell you how do you do a duplicate column. Simply like let's say uh, I have any table, like I have this table, or let me take table which I'm not commonly using. Let's say I have this table which is having name. So I can right click here and I can say duplicate column. So you will see that what has happened. You see that table operation has happened here, duplicate column. So what we can do now is we can take this table to what there are two options. I take the code and I do that, or I do it without it. So first let's take the code. I just take this code, copy it and keep it with me, and I go to a new source, blank query. I got a query, double click or right click, rename. Let's say duplicate column. Now once you have done with the rename, right click, advanced editor, and then paste this one. So let's see what table we get right now. Okay, I think I need to get the code again. Okay, got it. Paste, and so we got it. Now we don't want that duplicate, right click and duplicate column code. We want to write down ourselves. So again, right click, advanced editor. Now I can write down the code here itself, or what I can do is I can create a new step. So I can put a comma, enter, I put a new step which is and underscore duplicate column. And typically what I'm doing, I'm writing down underscore when I'm writing down the new code, so that you can differentiate that if it is underscore, that means I'm writing down it in the video. So then table dot duplicate column, and in the duplicate column we will say table. So table is basically hash the source. So source is the one which is the in the last step. So last step we have used hash table, so it's giving us a table. And then the second is the column name. So we say okay, you take the column name as A, and then you duplicate it as copy A. Okay, and then we say, then we come to this one, Why it is not doing? Because what we have done is we have done this duplication, but we are not returning this step. Okay, so it's really important that whenever you do something like that, you should be doing that. Now you can see that the table column has been duplicated, and it by default is going to take the data type what actually your column has. So this column, basically whatever data type this particular column had, it has taken the same data type. Fine, so that is duplicate column. Now let's also check the has column. Now we can do one thing. Let's go ahead, and there is a table table 2 where we have A, B and C, D, and table 1 has A, B and C. So we will try, the second table doesn't have C, D. So let's create a new source and we'll try to check it there. In the new source, it is not necessary that I always create a new table. So let's say table dot has columns. So we checking has columns. The first thing which is it asks for a table. So let's give table 1. Now what I'm going to do is table 1, I can give it like this. Hash, and whenever the table name has a space, you give hash, and in double quotes you give the table name. That's how you give the table name space. And it is asking columns. First of all, I'm going to give some single column. I'm going to ask, do you have a C column? And it's saying true because it has. Now let me change this. Now you can see that step is basically into this formula bar. So what I'm doing here in the formula bar, I'm going and changing it to 2. So in the same, I only have one step. So now it is giving false because it doesn't have. Let me give C space D. It doesn't have, because I think the name was in small. It gives true. So the case is also important. Now that's there, but can it check more than one column? So can I give like this a list, and can it check for that? It's again giving true because this table has those. Now let me try for table 1. Table 1 has A, B, C, D, not C space D. Okay, so now it is giving false because table 1 doesn't have C space D. It has, and this table has C space D. Okay, so has column also we have tested. So we have tested duplicate column, we have tested has column, and let's look what is the third function we want to do, prefix columns. Now for prefix column, let's we can again try on this one. Let me rename this one for you, has columns. Now again, either I can take a code or I can go new source and blank query, and in this one I can do it over existing table, or I can take a column and do it. Okay, so I go to there, right click, advanced editor. I don't plan to create a new table or bring in new table code. I just wanted to do it on one of the existing table. So I say table dot prefix columns, and in the prefix column, let me give table 1 first. Table 1 and double quotes hash, that's how, with the space, and it asks what is the prefix I want. Let me give table 1 as a prefix, and I'm giving table space 1. Okay, and you see all the column name which table 1 has, I got those the columns along with the prefix, and it returns a table, and that's why it is giving me a table. And in this query, I'm giving the reference of table 1 in my code, and then I'm getting a new table which is now getting whatever there is a table A1, table 1, and with the prefix table 1. So I'm able to get that. So in this manner, these are few functions which are basically help you to do small little things, and you can go ahead and try these functions out. Do let me know what else you want me to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.